Oregon has lots of great natural areas, but a lot of them are out of town. And a lot of people think that nature is something that's way out there somewhere.
As we continue urbanizing and people are living and working in urban areas, we all need places to restore ourselves.
These areas are going to be, in a sense, islands of refuge for wildlife and people.
Over the last 20 years, voters have approved 2 bond measures for purchase of natural areas to benefit water quality, wildlife habitat.
This is an oasis of natural habitat surrounded by suburbia, commercial development. One big focus of Metro is to have nature in neighborhoods, nature that's accessible to everyone.
Graham Oaks is a wonderful amenity to have. It's right against the town of Wilsonville. The lone oak is about 150 or 200 years old. It's a piece of the past. It also gives us a taste of the future. In 2007, Metro planted nearly 150,000 woody plants, including more than 15,000 Oregon white oaks. One of the other plants that we installed here is the Valley Ponderosa pine. A lot of people don't realize the Ponderosa pines also occurred in the Willamette Valley. At this point today, after just a few years, the oaks are beginning to peek out above the grasses. In another 20 years, those oaks are going to be taller than we are and starting to develop. And the new plantings will seamlessly be knit together with the existing older forest. It's something that, as people walk through the mature forest, they can really get a good sneak peek for what that new forest is going to look like. This site has become an outdoor learning lab for the kids of the West Linn and Wilsonville school districts, and they make a lot of use of it, and they've done a lot of really good work out here. They've planted plants, they've mulched plantings. They begin to have their own relationship with the site as they come back year after year and participate in the projects. You know, these kids will be coming out as adults with their own kids, and they can point to an oak tree and say, I mulched these trees when they were little. You know, now they're great big trees, and then their children's children will come out and be able to say, your grandmother or your grandfather helped make these plants grow here. Many of these oaks will get big and round like the one behind me, and these are trees that my daughter and her kids are going to be able to come out and look at. It makes me feel a very personal legacy here at Graham Oaks. It also makes me very proud to have been able to do a project like this.
Clear Creek is located in Clackamas County, and we're near the town of Carver. Clear Creek is actually home to 11 different species of fish. One of the most significant is the late-run coho salmon that are federally listed threatened species. Over time, we've gotten to 500 acres. That is just a phenomenal habitat for wildlife. Restoration on the site has included everything from planting trees. We've planted over 250 to 300,000 trees on this site. We're currently working on a prairie restoration project. The reason that Metro was really looking in this area was to try to protect the unique features of the Clear Creek Canyon, the water quality and wildlife and fish habitat within the lower basin. That was their goal in this area. This property, before Metro had purchased it, was mainly agricultural uses. There was also a lot of cattle on this property. There was cattle trails that led down to the water that had serious erosion going in the streams. One of the surprising results of protecting this property was this beaver coming in and restoring the damage that mankind did This is actually one of the ditches that the farmers created to drain the land so they could farm it. And Mother Nature's taken it back. This was actually the very first beaver dam that went in this area. He created another set right in front of us here, and another set, and eventually became a whole pond, which is slowly turning into a large lake. The beaver's helping create a wetland that is providing for better water quality at Clear Creek. Protecting these areas and allowing them to go through their natural processes is essential for water quality in the region. There is only about 1% of the wet prairies left in the entire Willamette Valley. So protecting and enhancing this wet prairie that we have on the site is very, very important.
Mount Talbert's sort of an oasis, or actually an island of habitat, surrounded by the rapidly growing suburbs of Happy Valley, Sunnyside Road area, so really in the middle of suburban southeast Portland. One big focus of Metro is to have nature neighborhoods, nature that's accessible to everyone. And this was an area that did not have any large parks like this with great natural habitat, so that was the focus for getting a place like that out here. One thing about Mount Talbert is, since it is an oasis of habitat, it is a magnet for migrating birds. Probably one of the most exciting birds for a lot of people was when we had great horned owls nesting right by the trail, and people could come by and see the baby owls without disturbing them. It's been amazing. I have lived other places that had regional park systems, but I've never seen one successfully start sort of this late in the history of America. And the fact that this has happened in the last 15 years is phenomenal in the United States. It's sort of a miracle that this is still here. People traditionally think of the city as where you live, and nature's way out there somewhere, meaning gas, driving, time, loading the kids up, and all that. So the importance is that you need to have nature nearby, nature in neighborhoods. For a lot of people that live right around here, this is a walk. This is a short bicycle ride, a short drive, and then they can be in 200 acres of natural forest.
Oregonians love the outdoors. It's part of our nature.
My job is absolutely the best job in the region because I get to work out here and help protect these wonderful places.
As someone who voted for both the bond measures, I'm thrilled.
It's hardwired into us as Oregonians that we want our water quality, we want our wildlife, and we want to be able to get out in it and enjoy it.